Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the Batman. I'm looking forward to this, I really am. But what we're also getting is an HBO Max spin-off series, and it looks like we've got a working title. Working titles, FYI, are not actually directly related to the content of what the working title is of, if that makes any sense. That was a very roundabout way of saying it, but they're not always. Right? They're not always. Sometimes they're way out there, like Matrix 4 and Project Ice Cream. Sometimes they're just there to hide. But it looks like we've got a working title now. So we're going to dive into that and sort of, I guess, spiel off what it could pertain to. But before we dive into that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you all know that I do have very, very limited supply of my idol from my Lovecraftian horror film, Breaking Lights. This is a cast of the prop, or is about to be cast. Anyway, this is the monster clay mold of my original great old one. This is the Glutton of Despair, the Eater of Misery. And this was what was in my film, but this is pertaining directly to the concept art. Now, if you want one of these, they're open for pre-orders. You'll find the PayPal link down below in the description box, and it goes directly through to the incredible artist that built these and will be shipping them. She's handling it all. That money doesn't even come to me. So if you do want one, there's very limited supply left. In fact, I believe there's actually only 7 left. So you do have to grab them whilst you can. In terms of the colouring, obviously it's not going to be grey. It's going to be a darkened bone, as if it's been moulded from bone and then left on the bottom of the ocean. So, ladies and gents, please do grab one whilst you can. Support me, support original film, because that is, again, still part of the original film that I did, Breaking Lights. A lot of you guys have got the Blu-ray now, and a lot of you guys really, really like it. So, maybe you'd also like to have a piece of film history, at least my film history. So let's dive into this now. Anyway, so, ladies and gents, this all comes to us from the Illuminati, who do actually have a very hit or miss track record. So, take it with a pinch of salt, right? They say that the Batman spin-off series has a new working title that hints at the insanity of Arkham Asylum. The working title is Arkham, spoiler alert, right? It's just Arkham. So we'll get to that in a moment. But obviously fans are eagerly awaiting Matt Reeves' The Batman, which will take place during Batman's second year as a vigilante. The Batman will not only feature the Cape Crusader dealing with corruption in the Gotham police, but a serial killer known as the Riddler. Many fans are excited for the new film because Reeves has made clear that the Batman will focus on the detective aspect of the Dark Knight, which is interesting. I mean, that's sort of the unmined aspect of Batman in the movies. He's really not been a detective in the movies. He just hasn't. And Christian Bale analysing some bullet into a piece of brick doesn't quite cut it either. Just throwing it out there. Anyway, it was announced that a spin-off series was in development for HBO Max in July of 2020 with showrunner Terrence Winter and the Batman director Matt Reeves, along with the Batman producer Dylan Clark, Daniel Pipsky and Rafi Crone serving as executive producers. In November, Terrence Winter left the series, and in January it was announced that Joe Barton was taking over as showrunner. So, nothing major. People dropping showrunners and moving about, it's not really a big deal. Who cares? Now, the Illuminati revealed details about 2 lead characters for the series in February. Based on their descriptions, it was speculated that these characters could be Marcus Driver and Janice Porter of Gotham Central. Not many details are known about the untitled Gotham PD series, other than its connection to the Batman and the corruption that will be at the centre of it. Now, the Illuminati have continued to dig into the spin-off series, and it looks like they've learnt basically the working title. And again, I've already revealed it. It's Arkham. So according to their sources, Gotham PD series may finally have a new working title, Arkham. Now the series is said to not only be a prequel to the highly anticipated The Batman taking place during the Vigilante's first year, but from the perspective of a corrupt Gotham police officer. Okay, fine. I like all of this stuff. I like the sound of all of this stuff. Now, the Illuminati goes in anyway and says, Arkham is infamous in the Batman comics as the asylum for the criminally insane and houses the many deranged villains of Gotham. The asylum first appeared in 1974 in Batman 258, written by Dennis O'Neil, with art by Irv Novick. Arkham is known for its poor security and former patients reoffending and being sent back. Poor security, it is, isn't it, really? It is known for pretty crap security. Anyway, the Illuminati posits that the title for Arkham opens up a lot of interesting possibilities, with a series said to take place before the Batman during the Dark Knight's first year as an active vigilante. this could be an indication that Gotham will be at its worst. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Pretty damn obvious. Batman takes up the mantle. His first year, obviously it's going to be the worst, isn't it? Let's be honest. Anyway, the Batman will feature a number of Batman's rogues in their early years, including a different version of Riddler, Catwoman and the Penguin, before he is the Kingpin of Gotham. Could the series also feature the early years of the Asylum before Batman's rogues are the main inhabitants? I mean, that sounds like crap. If that is the case, who cares about Arkham Asylum when it's not filled with Batman's rogues gallery? I mean, what an incredibly mundane sounding series. I do not think for 1 second that is what's going to happen. Because Arkham, without the rogues gallery, sounds appalling. Oh yeah, it's literally just criminally insane asylum. What a fantastic series that will be. I mean, come on. That's not going to be... If that is the case, good lord. That's not good. No, that's really not good. But I don't think that that's going to be the case. I don't think Matt Reeves is that stupid, because that would be really, really dumb. The title Arkham could also be indicative of the chaos of Gotham during Batman's first year, i.e., this is my own addition to this anyway, is that he's going out and sending them all to Gotham. Arkham Asylum, that'd be great. That makes sense. Showrunner Joe Barton, when answering a fan's question on Twitter, revealed that there are no good cops in Gotham, and he's also made it clear that this series will be very different than the Fox series Gotham. He explained that he wouldn't be that interested in remaking a show that ended like 5 minutes ago. I covered this at the time, actually. Arkham, like Gotham, is synonymous with Batman, but how exactly the asylum for the criminally insane comes into play in the series is still a mystery. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's going to put people in prison. Criminally insane. I mean, look, the thing is, thinking that this is going to be about Arkham Asylum, why? What? No, doesn't even register. That's so silly, so unbelievably silly. But there you go. Working title is Arkham. Generally speaking, they can actually have absolutely no relation to the content of what the working title is of. So Arkham, I think, like a lot of people are hedging their bets a little bit too much on this. It makes sense that it could be called Arkham. It's part of Batman's rogues gallery. It's part of the the geographical landscape, the iconic geographical landscape of Gotham. So it makes sense that it could be called Arkham. But pertaining to Arkham before it has Batman's rogues gallery, that's lame. That is not going to happen. I mean, if it does, that's bad. That's a dead series before it even starts. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, grab one of my Idols pre-orders. There's only 7, so literally grab it now because they could be sold out right now. Try, anyway. Thanks so much. Take care.